So earlier this morning they dropped a new trailer regarding Paper Mario the Origami King, and it went over a lot of things that I absolutely cannot ignore, and I think it's about time we get into all of that. So why don't we go ahead and get started. So they did talk about the battle system throughout this trailer, however I'm gonna save that meat of the discussion for the end, because there's a lot to unpack with that, and the battle system being the most important thing to us right now. You know, I feel like it mostly deserves its own video. However, I didn't want to do two separate videos talking about everything else in the trailer and then the battle system too. That just seems kind of ridiculous to me. Maybe it's not to anybody that does it that way. Go off to you if you want to do it that way. But me personally, I'd rather have a whole discussion in one video, but save the most important part of the video, you know, as the meaty end. You know what I mean? Just so we can really get through everything comfortably, so we can focus on just that and that alone. So, for now, I'm going to go ahead and start discussing everything else that we got into throughout this trailer. So why don't we go ahead and start off by talking about the partners that have returned, or rather, a semi-partner system that's kind of returned. It's not exactly what you expect, though. Or maybe it is exactly what you expect, because we haven't had real partners in, what, over a decade? So, whatever, I'm over it. Why don't we go ahead and talk about it? So, we got introduced to some new characters that are going to be joining us on our journey. For example, we have Bobby. He's a generic Bob-omb that's lost his memory, and I guess he's going to be joining us on our quest in his own personal, you know, on his own personal journey to go ahead and try and get his memories back and, you know, maybe find out how he lost them in the first place. So, that's neat. I mean, there was absolutely no reason why they couldn't throw on a hat or something on this guy. It's just the generic design of Bobby here that's getting to me. I mean, it's cool that he has his own story, he has his own personality and everything, but why is it that he looks like a generic Bob-omb? Why can't he have why can't he have some you know, a little bit of color to him, a little pizzazz to him? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I really don't. I'm over it though. Whatever. It is what it is. But it is really cool that he has his own story. I'm looking very much forward to working with Bobby here. And then we have Olivia, who is the sister of the Origami King. Actually, she is the sister of Ollie, the Origami King that's actually taken over. However, obviously, unlike him, she's apparently somewhat of a sweetheart. Now, her design, I'm super here for. She seems very cute. I want to get to know her, and it sounds like it's gonna be a fun adventure with her around and kind of playing like the straight man, and you know, all these goofy things that are going to be happening. But she also seems like she's a character that's going to have a lot of development and growth, considering what she has to do, you know, which she's probably going to have to do once she ends up confronting her brother, you know. So it's a lot, and there's a lot to unpack with her, and I'm actually very much looking forward to meeting her and, you know, going through this adventure with her, because she seems probably like one of the more interesting characters, you know, considering she's origami. This is the most unique character, or at least the origami characters are the most unique ones that we've seen in a while. So honestly, I'm very interested in Olivia. Another one of the partners that we actually end up getting is Kamek. That is actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to having Kamek on my team, being able to maybe use magic. Although, based on the trailer that we've seen, they mentioned that he's just obsessed with cleaning this time around. So I guess he's probably just gonna hit a Goomba or a Koopaling with a broom or a rake or something like that. I don't know. I mean, it's weird, but I'm with it. Cool. That's gonna be fun, I guess. Probably. I hope. I really don't have that much of an opinion on Kamek. He's probably the weirder one of the bunch here, but you know what? Weird is good sometimes. We like a little bit of weird. And then, you know, we have characters like Professor Toad. It's a Toad that's obsessed with learning. I don't know. It's just a generic Toad. You know, I'm sorry. It's a generic Toad professor. Cool. Whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't think does he have a name? Maybe it really is just Professor Toad. I mean, it's cool that he has his own pizzazz to him and everything like that. He probably does have his own personality and everything. That's really cool. But he doesn't even have a real name. He's just Professor Toad. I'm whatever about that, to be honest with you. I mean, it really is just whatever. There's really nothing to say about that. He's a Toad. He's a professor. He's unique, I guess. Now, thanks, Nintendo. No, I'm not actually that mad. It is just a little disappointing that he's still just so generic that he can't even get his own name. I guess it's the little things that really get to me. It's the little things. But anyway, so looking forward to the, meeting the new partners that are going to be joining us on this journey, on this quest. It's going to be really, really cool. Next up, I want to start talking about the worlds and the exploration. Now, they went over a lot of the new worlds that we're going to be exploring. There's the place with the ninjas. There's the underground place. There's a couple forests here and there. I'm not looking at the trailer right now, so I can't remember exactly what they said. I didn't write it down, directly. But there's a lot of places that you're going to be visiting. There's a lot of ways to get there, and there's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be doing when you get to those new places. And again, I can't tell. I can't tell if the boat mechanic there, when you're going on the boat, if that's how you get to each. I'm assuming that's how you get to each new island or new world or whatever that you're exploring, and that's cool and all. So I mean, I'll take what I can get. I mean, I like open world games as much as the next guy. And I guess this is probably the closest we're getting to a 2,000 Year Doors like open world thing where we can just. It's better than a level based system, is what I'm saying. I like this much more than like, all right, chapter 1, level 1, you go here, you finish that level, and then you got to go to the next level. I prefer if it's like that, where you can, maybe backtrack if you really want to backtrack and go back to other islands to get something that you may have missed, or maybe you got a new power and there's something on a different island that you were on previously that power may apply to now. If you can do it like that, that's what I'm here for. That's what I like. That's what I want to see more of. If that's how we have it right now, then that's sick. I may have missed it entirely. Maybe I'm seeing this wrong, but there's save blocks everywhere, so I'm assuming that's kind of how it works. Who knows? Who honest to God knows? But, you're going to be doing a lot of things throughout this world. So, for example, that whole mechanic that I talked to you about just a second ago about, backtracking when you find a new ability to use. So, for example, there's going to be, the mechanic of finding toads. This also plays into the battle system. Probably going to talk about that later if I remember. Didn't write it down. I'm not going to now. I hope I remember. But there's a mechanic of finding toads everywhere, and when you find them, they'll probably be able to. It seems that they'll be able to join your crowd per se. So because there is a crowd system that's returned, and people will be watching the battle, mostly toads. And now there's going to be a way for you to improve on that mechanic. So you'll go around, you'll find these toads, and then you'll be able to use them in battle by having them thrash the enemies all together in some superpower move or whatever. That is actually genius. I'm actually super 100% with that. I love that mechanic. That is a very good way of... That is a very good way of using the toads in a way that's not destroying what we know. I love it. I'm super with that. They did a very good job with that, and I'm here for it. And then another mechanic, or ability rather, that you're gonna get throughout your journey is called it's confetti. You're gonna get confetti to use. I guess it seems unlimited. When they were using it in the trailer, it seemed like there was no limit to how much confetti you could use, but he was popping off confetti and patching up different holes and different things in the world so you could get coins or different items or whatever. And that's strange. I don't know what confetti has to do with origami per se, but it's a paper thing, I guess. They really like to shove that in our face. Like, this is a paper flat game that uses real world. It's so weird to me. But the confetti mechanic is new and it's fresh, and we're gonna be able to probably use that to backtrack and get items from other places, and maybe more items for battle or whatever. And I'm very much looking forward to that. So the world exploration is probably gonna be very fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's looking very, very nice. Now, this may seem like I skipped a lot, but this was only really a 4-minute trailer that I'm dissecting right now. The bosses, I have to talk about that. The bosses look, how do I put this? Absolutely ridiculous. They are arts and crafts. No, that's it. They're just arts and crafts. You are fighting a box of colored pencils, a roll of tape, and a man made of rubber bands. What is going on up there? I really don't understand what was going on in their heads with that. I'm honest to God so confused as to why we couldn't get enemies that just manipulated these mechanics instead of just giving us the direct items. I'm not even gonna lie. This is honestly, that I think that is just, it's dumb. It's kind of dumb. It feels lazy to me, Oh man, have Mario fight a box of colored pencils. They had to approve that. They said that was a good idea. I mean, the fight itself looks like it's gonna be fun. I'm not gonna sit there and front that. The fight itself looks like it's gonna be very fun. However, why couldn't they just create an origami-based character, like an origami-based trooper that uses colored pencils to fight, to shoot missiles or whatever, and a roll of tape? I'm not even, I could yell about that forever. I mean, at least, okay, Rubber Band Man, I'm with. That one's the most acceptable of the three that we've been shown in this trailer. Though that one's acceptable, but the roll of tape and the colored pencils, that just, man, that makes me question what we're paying for right now. Because I am buying this game day one. Jesus. Anyway, that's honestly all my thoughts on all the primary stuff that we were shown throughout the majority of this trailer. Now we're going to go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty, and I'm going to go ahead and try and go through this as fast as possible because we're already pushing it on time here. So why don't we go ahead and start talking about what they called the ring-based battle system. It's very weird. What I wrote here is, you start off with a limited amount of time to line things up the way that you want. And I'm not sure if it's for each round or if it's for only the beginning of the battle, but if you do it correctly, you get power-ups and bonuses throughout the battle. So again, I'm not sure if that's turn-based thing where each turn you get to start off the battle and turn the rings the way you want. You do have a limited amount of ring turns that you can make though. You choose one ring and you've used the turn. Now you can turn it to your, to your discretion, and then that's it. That's that one ring use. You have 30 seconds to do so, at least from what I've seen from all of the generic battles. And then you choose one more, and then you can turn it, and then hopefully everything's lined up the way that you want it to. So you only have 30 seconds to really sit there, plan out what you want to do, and turn the rings the way that you want. And honestly, I like that. That alone, that starts it off incredibly. That's an amazing start to a battle. That's instant thinking. You have to start thinking quick to get everything in order so that you could potentially get some power-ups, some upgrades, some whatever, you know what I mean? Some buffs. And that's honestly, I think that's genius. I really do like this. I like this a lot. I love the ring-based thing. That's awesome. I'm totally with that. And then not only that, moving on here, you do get to choose what weapon or attack you get to use, but the regular attacks are unlimited. So we get unlimited attacks now. If you can see from the screenshots and from the trailer, you can see that we have regular boots and a regular hammer. And then, throughout, you could see that, you get more items such as a shiny hammer or a spiky hammer or a big hammer or a worn out hammer or a heavy hammer or whatever they're called. And I'm assuming that you either get those in the overworld or you can buy them with the thousands of dollars that you're getting. You're getting so many coins from these battles, it's not even funny. You can see that in the trailer, unless they have on some crazy cheat or something like that because they're the devs and they can do whatever the hell they want. But you get so much money that I'm assuming you're going to be able to use those coins to purchase stronger versions of each item or each battle item. So that's honestly amazing. That's honestly great. You don't have to rely on overworld paint or stickers to do attacks, because that was honestly ridiculous. So this I'm okay with. This is the battle system I like to see. I don't know if there's still timed button presses. I'm sure there is, but in a way, it still makes it, it's simple and you can still get very engaged this way. I'm super fine with this. This is how it should be. I'm totally with this. The last thing that I wrote here is that based on the trailer that we saw, partners appear to act as a single-use attack rather than having an entire turn for themselves. So they don't have their own health bar. You know what I mean? Not only that, they don't share a health bar with you or anything like that. So you use your partners like you would use an item or an attack. One or the other. I'm assuming you would use them like you would use a regular attack or however you use a special attack in this game. So you get a clip here of Bobby running up to a Goomba and attacking him. It's called Bomb Rush. It's not that strong of an attack or anything. It does a solid 20, or well, I guess in this case it is a mollywop that Goomba, but you get a solid attacking move out of one of the partners that's joining you on your adventure. Not exactly what we were asking for, but I'm not gonna sit here and complain and say that it's absolutely nothing and it's absolutely wrong. I'm not entirely opposed to this either. Even though Mario is still technically, for the most part, by himself on the battlefield, you can summon your friends for help, and I like that. I'm sure that throughout the game we're going to be able to obtain ways to use our partner's abilities in unique ways. We'll probably get an explosion move out of Bobby. We'll probably get some weird crazy origami shuriken move out of Olivia. Or maybe Professor Toad will be able to do some research on how much health each enemy has. Maybe I'm being too hopeful here. I might be a little too hopeful, but you know, it's not wrong to be upset about it. Anyhow, so that's what it appears to look like for the partner system throughout this game. Oh, I forgot to mention that you do get to use items. They use a POW block, so I'm assuming it's gonna work. Using items or using partners are gonna be exactly the same as using regular attacks in this game. So I can't complain at all, really. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a hell of a lot better, but I've seen a hell of a lot worse. So that's pretty much it as far as the trailer goes. They revealed a lot. They talked a lot about the battle system. I think they really, for whatever reason, they saved that for today instead of showing it in the initial trailer. But I'm glad they showed us a lot. They also did a lot of off-screen, or rather off-trailer stuff that has come out on, I guess, their website or whatever, talking about Luigi's role in the game and how other items are obtained or something like that. So I'll probably leave a link in the description if you guys want to go after that, if you guys want to go see that. But for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and leave it off there because I've talked about everything that I want to talk about. However, I do want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on Paper Mario Origami King's last trailer, on this latest trailer. I want to hear what you guys think about this current battle system, what you guys think about the bosses, what you guys think about the partner system. I want to hear everything you guys have to say. So please do not hesitate to start a full-on argument in the comment section below because we ready to fight here. Not really. Don't be mean. Just, you know, be passionate. That's all we care about. So, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this. More formal videos on the way. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care. And I will see you all next time. Bye!